Next is something that the government is not reporting out in the media. Naturally, we know why is that so, because it's a bit sensitive. In fact, they stopped the publication of what is the number of homes actually owned by foreigners or bought by foreigners in Singapore. I mean, not bought by foreigners, owned by foreigners in Singapore for quite a number of years already. Right now, they lump everything together under PR and foreigners. So you only get this kind of two statistics, whether it's Singaporeans, PRs, which include foreigners, and then plus company. But when we look at the actual so-called caveats, this is what we can gather out in itself. So when we add PR and foreigners together, they are making up more in the first quarter itself, more than 19% actually PRs and foreigners, compared to the last quarter where you have about only 17%. So there is a slight increase despite the cooling measure. Why is there more purchases by PR and foreigners despite cooling measure? We must know that foreigners now face a 30% additional buyer stamp duty instead of 20% previously, but yet they are coming in to buy. So why? And then if you can look at the table here, they are buying a lot of the high value properties, 2 to 5 million, compared to the rest. Why do PRs and foreigners like Singapore? For these nine reasons over here, we are very stable in terms of politically wise, safe, secure. Economic wise, the economy is growing and it's also very stable. You don't get sudden economic shock, or you get the company going bankrupt and all this kind of thing. The tax is low. Of course, they just increase the tax for the wealthy, but by a lot of standards across a lot of countries, this is still considered low. And in fact, the loan interest rate, while it is creeping upwards, it is still low compared to other countries. The quality of living here is good, excellent. We have world-class healthcare. And then the location-wise for Singapore is very convenient as a hub, easy from here to actually travel to anywhere in Asia itself, with top-notch education and then transparent and so-called regulated market practices. That's why PR foreigners know that when they put their money here, whatever they put in, it stays protected. They are assured that they can get the money out should they one day choose to move the money to another country. And then the other reason is, of course, there's a conflict between Ukraine and Russia that started in February. So when there is this kind of global uncertainty over there, the place where can attract a lot of money coming in, hot money coming in, is naturally the safe haven, where it's politically safe, the currency is also stable. That's where people will start to move their money to these places. And therefore, Singapore is one of them. And that's why you see an increase in purchases of properties by PRs and foreigners in the first quarter, because the little red dot here is a safe haven, and global uncertainties are actually seen as outweighing the cooling measures. And here is very stable. And this is something that investors like, even though we don't offer this so-called huge capital gains that you can probably see in emerging markets.